Doug Upstone here for Vegas Pro Insiders Daily. Today is December 20th. We're almost here, almost to Christmas on this one, and that's why we bring out the Christmas tie. Yes, indeed we do, and we'll have another one for you on Friday because I have two. So we'll get them both out of the way for Christmas on that. What we're going to cover today, we got bowl games to talk about. We're going to talk about bowl games encompassing today, Wednesday, Thursday, and early Friday. Plus, some of you asked about some NBA games. I have those for you with some line moves today, along with one other college game. Now, in the NBA, I do not cover the line moves that are predicated based solely on injury, because that's why the line move for the most part is because of the injury, and I'm not covering that. I'm looking more for those that just happen naturally, okay, not into a forced issue. One thing that you should also consider or should look into is becoming a VPID Inner Circle member. $99 is all it's going to cost you for a month, for an entire month. So you're going to get every bowl game that 5 professional handicappers put out, including yours truly, Sean Higgs. Sean Higgs, remarkable lately. I mean, he's just, I think I mentioned this the other day. I wrote down superlatives for what this guy's doing. I mean, he's like 70% on our best bets on our site. He's #1 at multiple sport monitoring sites. He's just absolutely killing it. So he's been fantastic. I guess that's the only word that I can use to think of. Jim Mack has 16-10 recently, so he's been going very well. Dennis Macklin coming off a 2-0 day, he was sharp, and Kyle Hunter, he had a little bit of a slump, but I know Kyle runs hot, okay, and once he gets going, he goes like Sean is right now, is what he actually ends up doing. Now, yesterday, I went 3-2 on the free picks here. And on my own plays for the VPID members, 2-1 with a real nice winner on St. Mary's last night. Very good. So that worked out well. #1 in the NBA, multiple levels across the board at monitored sites. So this is all legit stuff. So it's all good. $99 a month is all it's going to cost you, plus you get the super systems. I mentioned those yesterday. Those are clocking in at over 70% as well. There's just lots of different ways for you to win. I mean, that's the bottom line. So check it out, VegasProInsiderDaily.com. Check out $99 package. Snap it up today. Let's talk some football now. We'll start talking with some football. Tonight we have the Louisiana Tech and SMU, the Frisco Bowl. The sponsor is DXL. So this is a big game because it's sponsored by DXL, right? Doesn't that make it a big game? Of course it does. Now, in this one, the school of thought is that the coaching change for SMU would be a factor. I'm assuming that's part of the reason why the line has dropped on the Ponies from -5 down to -3.5. Also, the Mustangs have limped in to the finish line of the regular season, 3-5 and 1-6 against the spread. And Louisiana Tech had to win their last 2 games just to become bowl eligible. But here's what I'm thinking. With a total at 71, this season, SMU is 4-2 against the spread when the total is 70 or higher. Louisiana Tech, when the total is 66.5 or higher, they're 0-4 against the spread. I like SMU minus the points here. That's the direction I'm taking this. Now, NBA. As for NBA, here you go. Utah, Oklahoma State. Oklahoma City, excuse me. In spite of the fact that the Thunder have 3 all-pro players on their team that all start, they're 29th in shooting in the NBA this year. Utah is better, but if you take it one step further and look at two-point field percentage, two-point field goal percentage, say that fast more than once. If you look at that, Utah, the Jazz, are 20th, and Oklahoma City is 26th. That is the leading reasons as to why the total has slipped 2 points down to 197.5. Now, I think the total right where it's at really it's right there. Okay, I think it's the right number. I think it's spot on to that degree. But in the 2 prior games these teams played this season, both of them were unders. I think we're going to see a third on that one. Also in the NBA, we're going to head west out to Los Angeles, where the Phoenix Suns and the LA Clippers are going to do battle. On this one, the total has gone from 211 to 215.5. So that's a huge jump. I'm puzzled as to why. There must be something to it, unless Kobe Bryant's coming back. Maybe that's the case. I'm really not quite sure on that one. But the total's gone to that direction, has gone in that direction, and with that, you got two teams with a lot of injuries. Okay. And so from the point standpoint, I'm not really sure where that plays into. In both teams' last 5 games, they have been well below their scoring averages for the season. So that's another reason. Then add in the fact that when a total is between 210 and 219.5, a home team like the Clippers that has gone under the total by 42 or more points in their last 5 games, they are 32-11 under. Okay, I'm going to take the under despite the fact 98% of bets placed to this point have been on the over. Interesting, right? All right, college basketball. Now we're going to go to on Wednesday night. This is going to feature James Madison at Florida, and that's going to be on the SEC network. Now, Florida, after a 5-0 start, they're 1-4 straight up and against the spread since, and there is real trepidation about backing the Gators right now, and that is why they have gone from -23 down to -21, even against a team like James Madison, who's only 4-8 straight up this year. Now, the Gators are averaging 85.7 points per game, but they're not a particularly good shooting team. They're at 45.5%, and defensively, they are real pedestrian and what you normally don't see out of Florida teams. Their field goal percentage defense is 44.5%, so that's not very good at all. I think at this number, I think you can make a case for the Dukes, and I'm going to make that case. I think the Dukes are the play here. Only 55% of bettors are on Florida. Now, let's return to college football. And we're going to talk about tomorrow night's game, Thursday's game, which is Temple and Florida International. Now, in this one, both these teams' offenses got hot late in the year and really did a good job, and that is why the total has just really kept growing. I mean, it seems to be growing almost daily from 53 all the way up to 57.5, so not much value left in that one. But the defenses, as good as the offenses have been, the defenses have also been quite generous in giving up points, just on the season in general. So I think that's why that's going that way. And so my overview, I don't like the game as much as I did previously. But on this one, I think we're going to see the referees doing this quite often. And I think we're going to go with the over on that one. All right. Finally, on Friday, early game in the Bahamas, the total UAB and Ohio U. That total has gone from 57 to 59 in that one. And the reason I'm doing this game, by the way, is because it's going to be a 12:30 start, and I know I'm not going to get to this video. This video will not be done on Friday before this game would start, so that's why I'm doing it now. So just to let you know as to the reason why. Now, with the rising total, that would seem to favor Ohio U because they're 8-4 over on the season, and their average score this year, total score, has been 64.8 points per game. Conversely, UAB, whose program was shuttered and come back, so I can't imagine how excited these players are going to be in this game, by the way. UAB is 8-3-1 under this year, and the average score of their game is 53.5. As far as what's going to be the right thing to do, well, you know what? I'm going to look at this piece of paper that I have here that Gene Sarator, the guy that was the official on the Sunday night game, yeah, I got it from him. So with that's the case, I'm going to go over because on this piece of paper right here, the thing that I wrote down was both teams, when they're on the road or in away games, they both have numbers that are either equal to or higher than what the total is right now. So I'm going to go with the under on that game. So, hey, that is the works of what I have for you today. Today, tomorrow, and Friday, early Friday, I should say. Put all that together. I will be back, though, on Friday for sure to Line Moves to cover the NFL and the bowl games for the upcoming weekend. So this is Doug Upstone, Vegas Pro Insider Daily. $99 is all it's going to cost you for a month to become a member. But right now, I have completed what I needed to do for you. hope you win the next several days with hopefully with these picks. 37-26, I think, recently. Doug Upstone, I am out.